and gentlemen, Munciana Courtside Eclipse version. You hear the sirens in the background. Someone must have looked up without their solar eclipse glasses. Yeah, it's getting through the cloud cover now. Mike Lingenfelter here, outside of the beautiful Munciana facility. Alongside me, Randall Gardner. Hit it, Rando.
This past week's highlights.
Oh, that's spectacular, dude. Just the little smidge of the corner is off. Those of you without glasses on will be paying attention to this guy. I like it. Can you see that? All right, we're back. Let's do it.
All right, past week highlights. On Tuesday, Delta played Wapahani at Ball State, and Wapahani won by.
Yeah, a little Wapahani eclipsed them in the end of that one. 5-game set. Wapahani, I think Delta showed more than what I thought they would. I thought Wapahani would probably finish them a little easier. Delta's going to be a tough out for folks this year. Molly Hunt is going to be one of the reasons why, but Wapahani a lot of tools.
Yeah. Also on Tuesday night, Avon Center Grove pulled out a 5-game thriller.
Down big in the 5th. Comes back and gets a big win. I can't see who that is. His glasses are so dark. I'm afraid to even answer. We got a studio audience. Come on board, Sarah, and get these glasses on before you burn your retinas, for God's sake. Super employee, 15th coach, Sarah Roush. Avon Center Grove. Avon, very, very good team. Center Grove may be the surprise in the state. Tremendous team. That's a great win for a young Center Grove team. I thought that they would be back. They'd be rolling it late in the season, but first week, big win.
Yeah. Wednesday night, Sarah was actually there at the game. HSC Newcastle. Newcastle took them down on 4.
I tell you what, Shaftmaster went off serving in that thing. Newcastle's, like I said earlier, they've got the pieces. They just got to get them all going in the same direction, all put in the right places, but they're good. HSC, a little bit of a tough week for Jason Young's Royals. And you know, to be honest, Newcastle's not an easy place to play. You coach there, it's brutal.
Saturday.
Speaking of brutal, this cloud cover is killing me right now.
It is. Saturday, we had the 3-way at Lawrence North, Avon, Yorktown, and Lawrence North. Avon went 2-0, took down both of them. Took down Yorktown in 4, and Ellen in straights, and then Yorktown took down Ellen in straights.
Well, it sounds like Lawrence North is, like we said earlier last week, a little bit of a ball handling issue you got to take care of. Then get it to their guns. They're a dangerous team, but then you got to get the rock to the center on a regular basis. Yorktown, it sounds like with Avon, kind of what we thought. It was going to come down to if Avon handled the ball, then Yorktown was going to have to beat them at the net. And I don't know if anybody in the state beats Avon straight up at the net on a regular basis. And Yorktown a little bit small. They have to rely on their serve to get some points against them. And obviously that didn't happen.
Yeah. And then the Carmel Invites, Providence ended up winning the championship, taking down Crown Point. And
Sarah, check it out now, dude.
Valpo in
That's actually really cool.
It is really cool. Somebody's pulling in. I can't see them in these glasses. You got to check these glasses out if you don't have them already. You can't see a thing. Providence, big win. You know, Crown Point's very good. Carmel has gotten off to a really rugged start. Valpo always good. That's a good tournament win for Providence.
Then we have the Player of the Week.
Maya Scheidler. You know, you talk about eclipses, blocking out the sun. This cat, 10 digs per set. 2 games with 40 digs or more. 44 against North Montgomery, 41 versus Western, 193 digs already in 7 matches. That's a defensive effort. It's even bigger than the eclipse. Yeah. You can probably even see her taking balls through these glasses. That's how hot. That is really cool. The sun is really cool. I dare you to take your glasses off. All right, let's go.
I can't stop laughing. I'm going to look at you. Lazy Boy Games of the Week. We have a lot of good games on Blues Day, also known as Tuesday. We got Yorktown and Delta.
Oh, you know, that's going to be a better match than what we thought at the start of the season. That Delta team's they're going to get into a groove. And like I said, Molly Hunt is kind of the same thing for Yorktown. You know, a big net personality is going to be a task for them. I still think they're a great team, but that's going to always make it entertaining. Delta's going to have to serve the tar out of it though to get by though.
Yeah. Another one, Carmel. If they would have a huge win, they could take down Avon.
Carmel needs a huge win. You know, they got a lot of talent. They're just still trying to get acclimated to new coaches, new strategies, new theories. It just takes time. But an awful lot of talent there. That should be an interesting matchup.
And then we have Center Grove heading to Cathedral, which should be another pretty good game.
Yeah, Cathedral took a couple of losses. Really hard to say that Cathedral's in a rebuilding year. It's the first time we've had to rebuild in a long, long time. And like I said, Center Grove team, well coached and as well said as anybody in the state.
Yeah. The Battle of Fort Wayne. We got Belmont heading to Concordia.
That's always good stuff. We talked last week. I don't know exactly where Craig Kroll's group is. Usually great athletes. Without Bebout, the great four-year setter, they're going to be in a little bit of a spot for that Concordia. They're always good.
Yeah. And two people trying to figure the way out early in the year, Lawrence North.
We say figure it out, but both of them have started off with brutal competition. I mean, they've both bit off an awful lot of talented teams. Hamilton Southeastern's opening stretch is almost historic with who they're taking on. Both those teams in dire need of a win. Hamilton Southeastern at home, that could be the difference.
Yeah. And then the undefeated Fishers heading to Chicago.
I tell you what, Rose Duffy, Mallory Hernandez in the game. Huge victory over arch rival. Hold on a second. Yep. This is an impressive thing. Almost as impressive as the Eclipse was Fisher's victory over Hamilton Southeastern. Chittard on the way back to their glory years. That should be a great matchup.
And then on Thursday night, we got a few other good games. I think the Yorktown Carmel, just because it's always two good programs. And then Fisher Zionsville, two undefeated teams.
Thursday night, unbelievably that you would look and say Yorktown Carmel wouldn't be the biggest match of the night, but for Kylie Murr and Sophie Oliphant, that'll be a showdown, and Knuckles and Bostic, ex-teammates battling it out. But that'll be a good game. But I think Fishers and Zionsville will be entertaining from the standpoint that both those teams have been teams on the cusp for the last couple of years. The teams that right now are playing the best volleyball.
Yeah. And then the last one that day would be Avon and
Noblesville's a new. Yeah, Noblesville is up and coming. They're the new guys on the block, and it's Steve Hawthorne and just became a father, so I like that. And but I tell you what, this Noblesville team has started to come of age as well. Maybe not enough to get through Avon, but they've really come on. Yeah, much better team.
All right, Raymond James, buying or selling? First one, you buying or selling? Center Grove's hot start. It's going to be on the south.
They could be. They could be. Who else they got to go through?
You got Cathedral. You got Fort Central. Down there, Avon. Everybody else.
I think they've solidified the fact that they're going to be there at the end of the season. We speculated they're going to be there at the end of the season, but now that's a done deal. Yeah. Almost like this Eclipse. I wish it could absolutely talk during this show. Center Grove, I think that they're going to be down there. To say they're the team to beat just yet, I mean, an awful lot of good teams. I would almost go as far to say as I wouldn't be shocked to see it come down between them and Avon.
I agree.
I like both those teams.
Buying or selling is really Indiana volleyball wide open this year in all the classes.
I think so, yes. The success factor is for so many teams up that it's creating a real logjam in the bigger schools, the bigger classes. The lower classes are wide open because guys who almost always dominate those classes are no longer there.
Yeah.
So it's hard to project who's going to come out, who's not going to come out. There's still some big boys in 1A, 2A that have been down there for a while. But I think that most definitely in 3A, 4A. I mean, you have no idea. I would have thought that Wapahani would have had a real grasp on Delta the other night. That went 5, and that's anybody's ball game. Zickraft's team will only get better as the season goes on because they have two youngish, well, one very young setter in the mix. So, 3A is wide open. 4A, like we just talked about. You look at last week. Center Grove takes down Avon. Cathedral loses. Hamilton Southeastern loses. Everybody loses last week, with the exception of really Zionsville and Fishers. So I mean, everybody's tagged with a loss, including Providence and Yorktown. So anybody's game. I think that's a great call. I'm buying that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy that.
Next one, buying or selling is the best week of volleyball based on what we just talked about. Tuesday and Thursday being absolutely loaded. Outside of your normal sectional.
I'm going to say it's the best eclipse week of volleyball of the year. I don't know if it's the best week. I'm going to sell that because I think last week was a phenomenal, opening week was a phenomenal week of volleyball. And the big guys are all taking on each other every week, every match. And I think it would be really hard. I think it's going to be the best year of high school volleyball in Indiana because of the parity, because of the people that have moved into new neighborhoods, meaning success factors. I think it's going to be an incredible year. So to say that it's the best week, I'm going to sell. I'm not going to rest on that one.
Yeah. Last one, buying and selling. Are the Indiana top teams in the country underrated? Keep in mind, we got Avon at 15. Yorktown's a low 60 on prep volleyball. 66% of Grove, 77 for Providence, 85th. For Crown Point, 87
Yeah, I'm going to say low. I'm going to buy that comment, only because 60. Having Yorktown and Yorktown, Providence, Center Grove, all of those guys 60 and below, and I find that hard to believe, especially since Yorktown is really a very similar team to what they were last year, and they were top 10 team at times.
Yeah.
Avon at 15, I could see that. There's an awful lot of good teams in the country. That Avon team, I think, is definitely a top 20. The rest of those guys, I could see 2 or 3 teams in the top 40 to 50, and I think I would be okay with that. Everybody being over 65 or whatever you see, I'm not buying it now.
All right. Also, it's about 90 right now out there.
Yeah, and I tell you what else is cool. Slow left ticker. It is. That is really neat.
3 minutes or less.
3 minutes or less staring.
You've been staring the whole time?
Yes.
We could have a blind person.
Or just take your glasses off and see it. Alrighty, let's do this thing.
All right. We'll go ahead and hit the Gear Munciana top 10 rankings. Number 10.
I can't see with the glasses.
HSE with 3 and 2.
Ooh.
They beat Carmel, Connequa, Warsaw, Lawson, Newcastle.
Yeah, talking to Jason Young, he's still trying to figure out a lineup. And once again, they got everybody. They got the bodies. They just got to get bodies to play and bodies in the right spot. And he's pretty good at that. I think that tough week though, and schedule-wise, Newcastle is better than what people think. They're much better. They're a very, very solid team. Fishers, we said that. They're going to be.
Yeah.
They're going to be an up-and-comer, and they're going to give a lot of people troubles. I don't know if they're going to be able to maintain the consistency it takes to be a state champion, but they will threaten state champions every week. And so HSE at 10, probably as low as they've ever been on our show. But like I said, the Newcastle game, the 25-6 game got out of hand.
Yeah.
And that was a serve-pass game. I think a lot of Hamilton Southeastern's issues, his ball handlers, his primary ball handlers, got to settle down and take care of the ball. Yeah. They'll be okay.
All right, tied at number 9.
Yeah, I like this tie because it just creates bad blood. Wapahani and Newcastle.
2-0 and 3-1.
And then WAP, I believe, took down Delta and Union. Union, not much of a foe, but Delta, tough opener at Worthen Arena, goes 5. It's a big win for them to hold off those guys. This is going to be a 3A sectional showdown. Newcastle's only loss is to Center Grove. They're taking down Lures, Southeastern, and Delta. So I like that Newcastle team. There's some pieces of that thing. The Shaft Masters, Cecily Jester, who's making her college move here pretty quickly, which I'm happy to hear about. Those guys, they're both at 9, but I don't know right now. If it was in the old days, Newcastle and WAP would be playing right now. I would be playing this weekend in the WAP Invitational. I'd love to have seen that because these two teams are going to really, really have at it when the season comes to an end.
No doubt. All right, number 8, newcomer, first time ever for Malin Hernandez.
Wow, I tell you what, 6-0 Fishers. Number 8 in the state, and they've been off a couple of teams. McCutcheon, we talked about them being a dark horse. HSE is as good a team as the state really produces year in and year out. And Tinley was a semi-state contender last year.
Yeah.
And got a big middle, and Maya's maybe as good a middle as there is in the state. That's a good win for that Fishers team. 6-0, that's a good start. Just keep it rolling. Like I said, the big issue for them is going to be the same. The first ball contacts, how they serve it, how they defend it, how they pass it. If they can get consistent there, they've got a chance because they got the physicality to hurt you at the net with a couple of different players.
Yeah.
And then once again, a great set team.
Yeah. Okay. Number 7?
Floyd Central. Not a whole lot of tests for him. He had a kind of an easy get out. Jennings County's always got a little bit, but that's a good get out for those guys. But Floyd Central is going to be dangerous. Not now. You may even see them fall out of a poll. They're at 7, which is a little higher enough out to be as beat up as they are. But they will be there at the end of the year. Bart Powell is a great coach, and he's got talent, so they're going to be okay.
Talking about the top 6 here, really could be anybody across the board. Number 6.
Yeah, you could have moved them all around. All that Crown Point and Miss Chacon did was lose to Providence. They beat Andrean, who's good, Monster, Carmel, and then lost to a very, very good Providence team. Keep in mind, in those tournaments you're playing best out of 3 too, and that's a little deceiving. There's a lot of difference between a 3-set match and a 5-set match in regards to momentum and whatnot. And so, I wouldn't be too upset if I'm Crown Point. It's awful early, and that's a very good tournament to play in. But they're my number 6.
All right, number 5.
Center Grove. And it's tough to drop them. All they did was beat Avon, who we had it ranked number 1. But they beat Avon, they beat Martinsville, they beat Newcastle. But they did lose to Zionsville. And in Zionsville, once again, we talked about them. Been waiting for the last couple of years for this to happen, and it's coming fast. So Center Grove, MJ Hamill, as good a setter as I've seen, is going to keep that team in the hunt. And they're going to be at number 5 this week.
All right, number 4.
Zionsville takes down McCutcheon, Brebeuf, and Center Grove. It may be as good of 3 teams as you could play to start the season. McCutcheon, dark horse. Brebeuf is going to be in the hunt for 3A. They're going to be there, and I believe still they're your representative for 3A out of the South.
Yeah.
And Center Grove, to beat Center Grove coming off a monster win against Avon is huge. Maybe Gerard, Eisenbarger, and the gang have got some things going, and they've got a lot of tools. And we said earlier, if they pass it, they're going to be tough to beat. They've got a lot of weapons at the net and a setter that can dish it. So number 4, and I believe the highest ranking ever for Zionsville.
If not, very good.
Number 4 in my rankings right now.
All right, top 3.
I'm going to keep it the same as it was last week. I like Providence at 3. Beat Silver Creek, Crown Point. Valpo lost to Mercy out of Louisville. There's no shame in losing to Mercy ever. Almost always a top 20 team. Providence, they're going to be off the good. They're going to be with Hornung and the gang. They're going to be really tough to beat. Terry Perica will get that team better each week. So if you're going to beat them, you may want to beat them early in the season because by the end of the season, the coaching, the legacy, the fan base, it all starts to roll against you. And Providence has got something. I watched that commercial, that Gatorade commercial about fueled by defeat.
Yeah.
And I think about Providence in that matchup with Yorktown last year. Terry Perica, if she hasn't already seen it, needs to Google that Gatorade commercial because they would be the poster children for that. And I think they're going to be there at the end of the season. They're going to be awfully good.
Two?
Yorktown. Yorktown took down Westville, took down the old Fighting Bearcats. Bearcats played much better than I was anticipating. A couple of good sets out of you guys. It sounds like the Bearcats are moving in the right direction. Hopefully. Lawrence North, gets blitzed by them in 3. They lose in 4 to Avon. And like I said, if Yorktown can't keep Avon off the net, it's going to be really tough for them to beat them. They're big middle, big right side, really solid lefts, great setter.
They can kill that shit 17 kills.
Yeah, I just think that the Avon, I'm just talking about Avon, is going to be really tough for them to handle if they can't keep them off the net. The good news is if there's a coach in the state that's going to figure out a way to keep people off the net with the serve and win with ball handling, it's Steph Bloom and the Yorktown Tigers. They're number 2. I don't drop them. I don't raise them. It's a solid first week. And that success factor, they're playing people they would have never dreamed of playing at this stage of the game. And not only are they playing them, but they're beating them, which is a tribute to that program.
Yep. Back on top.
Avon back-to-back weeks. As I was just talking about, your only chance against Avon is to sit back and let it fly. If you can take them out of system, if you can force those guys to play an out-of-system game, meaning forcing first balls to Goings or beating their serve-receive down, then you got a shot. If those guys can sit on the net, Eastridge, Jail, those guys are going to really cause troubles. Those guys are 2 or 3 of the best players in the state of Indiana, and they rank high in the country. For that reason, Avon's the highest ranked team in prep volleyball in our state at 15, and third year Munciana is number 1 ranked team. Clouds have come back over, so you guys don't have to be regaled with any eclipse things. Make sure you keep your glasses on. Don't use your phones. If you do, unlike Sarah, who works in our office, who's now blind, you don't, even with the glasses on, watch for more than 3 minutes at a time. Enjoy the eclipse. Enjoy a great week of volleyball. We'll see you next week.